So, hey everyone, we at midday.com have two special guests, Aftab Shivdasani, of course, and his producer, Shital Bhatia. This is for Special Ops 1.5. Mr. Bhatia, do you want to tell me how did this series happen? Was it already planned or was it after the success of the first edition?
The first edition was actually supposed to be a limited series.
Okay.
So we had decided to, finish off the story in 8 episodes. And that was it. But after the love that we got after the first season, and after writing the first season, we figured out there's still many stories in this that we can explore. So that's how the Himmat story was born, 1.5.
And of course, Aftab, about coming on board, so what was it that got you on board really?
Well, like Shital sir said, the love and success that the first season garnered, and got, obviously, everyone watched it and I did too, and I became a big fan of the show.
Okay.
And I remember messaging Neeraj also, telling him that I absolutely love the show and would love to work with you at some point if there's ever an opportunity. And then, of course, when they conceptualized season 1.5, and then there was an opportunity, I got a call from his casting director about the show, and then I had a Zoom call with him, I remember, and I was traveling also overseas. And he explained the character, explained the show to me, and I said, I'm on. It was so amazing to be part of the Special Ops franchise. And that's it. It was as seamless as that. And just very, very thrilled to be part of this show.
Okay, and this is for both of you. How different is it from the first part? What do people expect?
It is different from the first one. The storytelling is very, very different. You'll find much more layers to the characters. So actually, Shivam I'm repeating now Shivam's words on this one, that the first one was very heavily plot oriented. This one is very heavily character oriented. So that's the difference. But it's bigger, and we had fun making it. I hope you guys enjoy watching it.
Yeah, and Aftab, a little bit, I know you can't reveal too much about, your part, but whatever you can say, really.
Well, I can just say that it's, when you promote a show like this, it's because it's all thrill-based and suspense-based. It becomes that much more difficult even for an actor to promote it, because inevitably we get these questions: what are you playing in the show? Tell us a bit about your character. I'm sure you've done that a million times with other actors as well. But from our point of view, we can't reveal what we're doing in the show beyond the point, because then it kind of takes away the suspense and thrill. True. So yeah, like Shital sir said, it's bigger in terms of scale, and it's bigger in terms of it dwells more into characters as well.
Yeah.
So mine is one such character, and very little I can tell you about it, but I can tell you that I have tried to contribute as much as I could to the Himmat story. And I hope that people don't get disappointed on the 12th of November.
And that's one thing about OTT. I think it's more about characters more than anything else, So what do the changes that you have kind of seen, especially after the pandemic?
The medium is such that you can explore the characters more, you can explore the stories more, you can tell longer format stories versus cinema, where you can, you say a story in 2.5 hours. So the storytelling is definitely different for both the formats, but it's fun exploring both the formats. So, and what has happened with OTT because of the pandemic, it's pushed audiences onto it maybe 3 years earlier.
And after, of course, we know you've been watching this show, but any other web series that have really caught your eye and really impressed you?
Yeah, there was one called Special Ops, I think, in 2020. No, I mean, like Sir said, we all were at home last year and we were watching a lot of stuff. But the one that sticks out, for obvious reasons, is Special Ops. And I am biased towards it because, I treat it like family now. It's everybody associated with the show is like an extended family now. One does have, one does watch different genres as well. But this one stood out, I think, in a lot of ways. It kind of set the benchmark for a lot of spy thrillers. And especially, like the way we put it, it's more of a tribute to the Secret Service, in the country, the unsung heroes that don't really get the credit for all the work they do to keep people like you and me safe and the country safe. So it's a kind of a tribute to them as well, and and there's been a lot of effort and time that's gone into it. One just sees the ready product on the 12th of November, but the lockdowns and the quarantines and the tests and the looming threat of COVID on everybody's in lives, it's always there. One doesn't really get to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've tried to do our best to make it, to take the franchise ahead, and we hope that we have done that.
And as you said, a series like this requires a lot of research, a lot of prep. You can't just, get on there. So you
Yeah.
want to tell us a little about, what happens behind the scenes before we see the final product.
Lots happens behind the scenes, I can assure you. And we have released some BTS videos also, behind the scenes videos,
Yeah.
which we released in the recent past, and I think we will release from time to time as well. That will give you a bit of an inkling as to what really goes on behind. It's not all fairy tales and not all fun and games.
Yeah.
It's a lot of blood, sweat, tears that goes into it, right from Shital sir's cabin where he's sitting right now and orchestrating the whole thing. And then eventually us, once the camera is rolled on, to deliver the goods. And then, of course, once it comes back into post-production, and then these interviews and to marketing, it's just a whole process. It's not just that shows magically appear on the streaming platform and say, wow, it's just done. But there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's enjoyable. We are passionate about it, which is why we enjoy it. And so I mean, it's we just keep our fingers crossed that all this passion and efforts don't go in vain when people see it.
All right. Thank you guys for doing this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.